The Kansas City T-Bones proudly present T-Bones Baseball on the Air. Members of the American Association of Independent Professional Baseball Clubs and home of fun well done. The T-Bones Broadcast Network is brought to you by Community America Credit Union, Austin's Trailers and Motorsports, Budweiser, Coca-Cola, Price Chopper, Providence Medical Center, the Kansas Lottery, FlyKCI.com, Roma Bakery, Sheet Metal Local Number 2, and Kissick Construction. Now let's head out to the ballpark for the starting lineups and the first pitch with the voice of the T-Bones, Nathan Moore.
Good evening and welcome back to the Birdcage, live in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Nathan Moore back with you as the Kansas City T-Bones look to sweep their first series in 2016. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. First for Kansas City at 20 and 25. Leading off is the left fielder, Starlin Rodriguez. Batting second, the center fielder is Tyler Massey. Jake Blackwood about 30s at first base as Anthony Gallus, the designated hitter, in the cleanup spot. Batting fifth, the shortstop is Vladimir Frias. Brandon Tierney will bat sixth. He's at third base as Brett Wiley, the second baseman, bats seventh. Batting out of the eighth spot in right field is Dalton Wheat, and doing the catching tonight and batting ninth is Brian Erie. Rodriguez, Massey, Blackwood, Gallus, Frias, Tierney, Wiley, Wheat, Erie for the Kansas City offense here tonight. John Massarelli's lineup has not changed pretty much this entire series except for a couple of changes. Tonight, Brian Erie gets the start. Tyler Moore is on the bench. That's the only difference between tonight's lineup and last night. Kansas City has won the first two games of the series. They're looking for a full sweep tonight, and the first pitch of the game from Joe Bircher is a little bit high. First pitch at 7:09, about 4 minutes behind schedule, and temperatures at 92 degrees. It feels like 100. 1-0 pitch, called strike on the inside corner. Home plate umpire is Richardson. The crew chief Brennan is at first, and Trent Delmont is the third base umpire for the final game of a 3-game road trip. 1 ball, 1 strike, misses inside. The count is 2 balls and a strike. On the season, coming into tonight, Joe Bircher, no wins, 5 losses, 9th start, 3.14 ERAs, pitched 48 innings, allowed 54 hits. Ground ball to the third baseman. Guillen has it. Throw pulls the first baseman Bergen off the bag, but Bergen applies the tag on the 5-3 putout. Defensively for the Canaries, Johnson does the catching, Guillen at third, Schmidt at short, Perez at second, Bergen at first, outfielders left to right, Monger, Owen, Linares for the Canaries. That is Patterson's squad in the final game of this 3-game series. The Canaries were the white tops, white pants, blue letters and numbers. Kansas City, the road, red numbered, black tops, gray bottoms for KC. 1 up, 1 down. Tyler Massey takes a strike, and the count is 0-1 on the center fielder. 17 earned runs over 49 innings now for Joe Bircher. He has struck out 40. He has walked 17, and batters are batting .269 against the left-hander. A lot of lefties on this team for Sioux Falls. 7-5 win on Monday night. 9-7 win last night. Kansas City looking for a sweep. They've already won 3 consecutive series. They are not satisfied. They want a sweep. Tomorrow night, Kansas City back in the Central Division. They're back at home against the Explorers of Sioux City. A 3-game series. Tickets available at tbonesbaseball.com for any of the 3 upcoming games at Community America Ballpark. Sioux City coming to Kansas City starting tomorrow night. And I don't know what's going on at the plate. Tyler Massey keeps going up to the batter's box, and he has to keep coming back out. He is looking at the front row of the crowd. Now back in. The 0-2 pitch is a bit outside. 91-mile-per-hour fastball, and the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. The wind is a little bit breezy tonight coming in from right field. It's kind of swirling out there a bit. And now Joe Bircher will go to the rosin bag, toss it up and down, and now he is set, ready to go. Here's the 1-2 pitch to the T-Bone center fielder. Hit high into the air, playable right center field. Linares calling for it, as is the center fielder Owen, and it is Owen who makes the catch for the second out of the game. No Chapman tonight. He played the first 2 games of the series. We see Owen for the first time in center field. 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up the first baseman, Jake Blackwood. Kansas City fell behind early last night, 2-0 after the first inning. They led 2-0 the first night of the series. So the first inning has had a lot of runs scored on it. If Kansas City looks to crack the scoreboard in the opening frame, they need Jake Blackwood to get on base. First pitch on the way, and Jake takes a fastball low. Blackwood batting .276, 7 home runs, 37 RBIs. He has had a pretty good road trip thus far. Sioux Falls pitching staff has struggled in this series. 5.45 team ERA as Blackwood fouls the pitch away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Obviously, you want to see a team ERA around the 4.5 and lower. This is a whole run above that mark. Means they're averaging more than 1 run every other inning. 1-1 pitch, good. The off-speed pitch, swung on and missed. And the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Back tomorrow night at Community America Ballpark. I, for one, am very, very excited about that. Kansas City trying to bring this momentum with them back into Kansas City tomorrow night. The 1-2 pitch inside, and the count is 2 balls, 2 strikes. This road trip has been good to Kansas City, but they obviously like to play in front of their hometown crowd. I'm sure a lot of our season ticket holders, fan base, would like to see us return sooner than later. Routine ground ball to short. That is handled by Schmidt. And a 1-2-3 perfect inning by Joe Bircher. After half of an inning, Kansas City nothing. Sioux Falls coming up on the other side of the break on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Bottom of the first inning, no score. Kansas City coming up for the first time here tonight on defense. Sioux Falls 15-28. They will be opposed by the Kansas City starting pitcher, Mike Kickham. Kickham making his third start of the year. 1.50 ERA, 1-0 on the record. And the first pitch of his evening is a foul ball to the left side. Kickham has pitched 12 innings, allowed just 9 hits, 2 runs, 4 walks, 10 strikeouts. Batters are batting .214 from the left-hander, Mike Kickham. Leading off is Blake Schmidt, as he has the entire series for Sioux Falls. Second pitch of his outing is a called strike on the inside corner. Kickham at 90 miles an hour on that inside corner. 2 strikes on Blake Schmidt, the shortstop, the top of the order for Patterson and the Canaries. The 0-2 pitch is hammered deep left field. Rodriguez back to the warning track to the wall and gone. Boy, 3 pitches into the game and another home run. Canaries have taken the lead. Talk about a kid with not a lot of power in regards to home run awareness. Blake Schmidt just sent this one way out of the ballpark. It was a long shot off of the bat. Bad pitch execution by Kickham on an 0-2 pitch, a pitch that obviously had way too much of the strike zone. And one batter into the game, the Canaries lead it 1-0. So Kickham, who was allowed just 2 runs in 12 innings, already being touched there in the first inning. And this will bring up the second baseman, Darwin Perez. Lefty versus the right-handed hitter, and a pitch on the way is a called strike on the outside corner. Defensively, Brian Erie behind the plate, Tierney at third, Frias at short, Wiley at second, Blackwood at first, outfielders left to right, Rodriguez, Massey, and Wheat for Kansas City. 1-0 Canaries. They have homered here in the first inning. Very first batter of the game. Darwin Perez batting .286, 1 home run, 3 RBIs. The wind is blowing toward right field, but Schmidt hit his about 500 feet to left. And a pitch way outside, so all of a sudden a leadoff home run and a 3-ball count on Darwin Perez. Kickham in his first 2 starts with Kansas City was all over the strike zone. Stuff was electric, really forced the opponent to really go after his pitches. A very difficult left-hander to hit in those first 2 starts. He handled some very good offenses, including St. Paul, when he went 8 shutout innings. There's a chopper and a 3-1 pitch. Brandon Tierney has it at third, and the throw across the diamond is in time. So after the very long home run, Kansas City gets an out on a ground ball. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Jake Taylor. 1-0 Sioux Falls. Bottom of the first inning, final game of the road trip. Kansas City has already won the first 2 games of the series. They have already clinched the series win. Kansas City, though, would like to see a sweep. They have not swept anybody this year. Unfortunately, they have been swept this year. They would like to reverse that fortune on another team. Good off-speed pitch, swung on and missed, and Taylor behind in the count 0-1. So a lot of strikes, at least for the moment, by Mike Kickham. He fell behind 3-0 to Perez, threw 2 straight strikes to get an out. And the 0-1 pitch is a called strike on the outside corner. So Kickham trying to use as much as he can on that outside edge, and so far getting the call by Zach Richardson. From the windup, the 0-2 pitch, and a slap foul to the right side. Count will stay the same, no balls, 2 strikes. Sioux Falls coming into tonight 15-28. They are 14 games back behind St. Paul in the North Division. Kansas City has gone the reverse effect. They are 20-25, just 5 games back of 500. And the T-Bones now only 4.5 back of the first place Railcats. Kansas City has won 2 straight games. Gary has lost 2 straight games. So good opportunity for Kansas City to pick up some much-needed ground in the division. From 0-2 to 2-2 as that fastball dived low and inside, 2-2. Outfield straight away, fairly deep in the outfield. For obvious reasons, we've seen the baseball fly out of this ballpark a lot. 2-2 pitch, kind of a half-hearted swing and a miss. Down he goes. So a strikeout for Kickham, second out of the first inning. And that'll bring up the first baseman, David Bergen. Bergen homered last night in the first inning, took full advantage of a couple of defensive errors in that first inning. So Kickham trying to have a comeback inning after allowing that home run to start the night. First pitch to Bergen is a called strike. Bergen batting .306, 7 home runs. That is definitely the team lead for the Canaries. 31 RBIs, leads the team in that department. His batting average only trails one guy. That is Schmidt, who is batting .380 coming into today, and he has also already got a hit tonight, so that average will even go higher. Kickham's 1-1 pitch, and a swing and a miss. Good off speed, and the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kickham looking for 3 quick outs after giving up the leadoff home run to Blake Schmidt. 1-0 Canaries, bottom of the first inning. Kickham looking for the final out. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and he missed way inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So on Monday night, we saw Brian Airy. Last night it was Tyler Moore. Tonight it is back to Brian Airy. So John Massarelli kind of going catcher to catcher right now. Each catcher has had a pretty good offensive series. Tyler Moore a couple of hits last night. Brian Airy had 3 hits. On Monday night, he had a team high in hits. 2-2 pitch, off speed, swung on and missed, and down he goes. So back-to-back strikeouts to end the first inning, and after 1 inning in the books, the Canaries have the early 1-0 lead. Back after this on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
We head to the second inning, 1-0 Canaries with the lead. Nathan Moore back with you, live from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Final game of a very quick 3-game road trip. Kansas City has already won the first 2 games. They're looking for the sweep. In this second inning, it'll be Anthony Gallus, Vladimir Frias, Brandon Tierney as they face off against Joe Bircher here in inning number 2. Bircher had a 1-2-3 first inning as he looks to build on that here in inning number 2. Anthony Gallus has homered in the series. That was home run number 8. It came on Monday night. Batting .221, took a first pitch strike. Bircher trying to give the Canaries an opportunity to rest their bullpen. And Gallus hits one a mile in the deep left center field. Back go the outfielders. It's over the head of the center fielder, Owen, and it one-hops the fence. Gallus was on his way to third. He'll have to go back. It's a ground rule double, as Anthony Gallus has a big double to lead off the second inning. So Anthony Gallus, a leadoff double. So a good start for Kansas City in the second inning, trailing 1-0. Vladimir Frias will come up. The shortstop has had a pretty good offensive series, batting .222 on the year. Couple of home runs, 16 RBIs. His job right now will just be an opportunity to move Gallus over 90 feet. So Anthony Gallus on an 0-1 pitch hit one a mile into deep left center field, right over the head of Owen, the new center fielder. And now Frias sends one right to the third baseman on the first pitch. A poorly executed at bat there by Vladimir Frias. It goes 5-3. Gallus can't move. And that is a bad plate appearance there by Vladimir Frias. So Gallus has to stay at second base. Frias is out, and to make things even worse, it only took 1 pitch to do that. So Frias, who typically is much more conservative at the plate. He likes to take a couple of extra pitches each at bat, but not here. For some reason, going after the first pitch and grounding it right to the third baseman, Guillen, on one nice big hop. So now the inning moves over to Brandon Tierney. Tierney, a couple of hits in each of the first 2 games, took a first pitch strike. Tierney now batting .325, 1 home run, 15 RBIs. Brandon Tierney, Brett Wiley both have had really good series here in South Dakota. Bircher's 0-1 pitch is a breaking ball inside. The count is 1-1 strike. Brandon Tierney trying to give Kansas City their first run of the game. Gallus a leadoff double. You don't want to leave that opportunity out there on the base pass. Bircher check of the runner. The 1-1 pitch is a bit low. Good changeup. Just barely missed, and the count is 2 strike. A much better pace in tonight's game. We've already seen that. Very evident early on. Bircher wanting to work quickly. Kickham wanting to work quickly. Both left-handed starters. 2-1 pitch. A high pop-up that'll reach the seats. And the count's now 2 strikes. Gallus a leadoff double. He is still at second base with 1 out. Frias grounding the first pitch he saw right to the third baseman. Could not get the ball to the right side of the infield. And now it's up to Brandon Tierney. Wiley to try to come away with the base hit here to try to give Kansas City that first run. The scoreboard does not show Kansas City has a hit, but Anthony Gallus for sure has a hit. It was about a 380-foot double to straightaway center field that one-hopped the fence. That was a break for the Canaries because had it not hit the fence, had it not bounced over the wall, Gallus was already on his way to third. He probably would have had a triple. Instead, it's a leadoff double, and now the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball got him swinging, so Brandon Tierney is down on strikes. First strikeout of the night for Bircher, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Brett Wiley. This series has all been about Brett Wiley at the plate. 7 RBIs out of the number 7 spot over the last 2 games. Wiley had 4 RBIs last night, a 2-run home run, and then a 2-run double that came in the 9th inning to give Kansas City the lead. So 2 separate occasions, Wiley put Kansas City in front. Finally, in the 9th inning, it stuck. Batting .293, 4 home runs, 19 RBIs. And the first pitch is a fastball outside. If Kansas City wants to take advantage of a leadoff double, they will need Wiley to come through with a 2-out hit. The outfield obviously has forgotten about how good Wiley has swung the bat in the series. The outfield is very shallow. 1-0 pitch, slider misses outside, and the count's 2-0. So they are flirting with Wiley here in the outfield, just testing him to see if he can hit it beyond 300 feet, beyond 250 feet. They are about 60 feet off the infield dirt. 2-0 pitch, hit pretty well, deep right field. Linares going back, it's over his head and off the top of the wall. Wiley has done it again. A 2-out RBI double, his 8th RBI of the series, and Kansas City is on the board. Maybe one day the Canaries will realize Brett Wiley is here to hit the baseball. They keep playing him so shallow, and he burns them again. A fly ball to right field. Linares didn't stand a chance. That's the second double of the inning. Kansas City has a run, and Wiley has his 8th RBI of the series. So the game is now tied. 2 hits in the inning, both doubles. And now up comes the young rookie right fielder Dalton Wheat. Still batting .365. First pitch takes a fastball outside. So Brett Wiley just continues to surge on the offensive spectrum. One ball, no strikes, the pitch. It is a strike right in there. 86 miles per hour. The count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Dalton Wheat continues to force himself in the lineup every single day, and why not? He's had such a good season in his small span in Kansas City. Thought about swinging, checked his swing, and Trent Delmont, the third base umpire, says yes, he did, and the count is 2 balls and a strike. Homer Simpson is reminding us that Dalton Wheat is the strikeout batter of the game, which means the fans will be doing everything they can to root against the young right fielder. Wiley is in scoring position with a 2-out double. Here's the 2-1 pitch and a foul ball left side. The count is 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1-1 tie. We're in the top of the second. Kansas City has tied the game in this inning. A 2-out RBI double by Brett Wiley has got Kansas City on the board. Bircher set, 2-2 pitch, and it misses outside. Full count, 3-2. The entire stadium not realizing what a strike zone is. That pitch missed a good 5 to 6 inches outside. They wanted the strikeout. Bircher wasn't even close. Now a full count, 3-2 pitch. Stayed high, ball 4. So Dalton Wheat continues to get on base. First walk of the evening by Joe Bircher, and this will bring up the 6th batter of the inning in Brian Airy. Brian Airy came into this series batting 160. He enters tonight a new man, batting 241. No home runs, 2 RBIs. Second base is Wiley. First base is Dalton Wheat. Very good base running ability, very good speed on the bases. 1-1 tie here in inning number 2. Joe Bircher trying to work out of some trouble here with 2 outs. Kansas City trying to take their first lead of the night. And the first pitch to Erie is a fastball high. They try to check his swing, and he did. And the count's 1-0. The catcher Johnson just appealing to first just in case. He finally got the appeal approved by the home plate umpire, but Kurt Brennan said nope. Erie did not go. Now the 1-0 pitch is a good swing on a fastball, fouled straight back. And the count is even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Sioux City tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday night, off day Sunday. Then Kansas City hits the road for an 11 or a 10-game road trip in 11 days. The 1-1 pitch, outside, ball 2, 2-1. Third base coach Dave Schaub getting himself in proper position in case a runner has to be waved in from second base. First base coach John West standing there by first. 2-1 pitch. Ground ball off the glove of the third baseman. He picks it up, throws to first in time for out number 3. Brian Airy smoked the baseball, and a nice defensive play by Guillen at third base saves at least a run to end the inning. So Erie hit it hard, but right to the defender. And Kansas City strands 2 in inning number 2. However, Brett Wiley hit his 8th RBI of the series. And as we head to the bottom of the second, it's a new game, tied at 1 on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, Make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
Bottom of the second inning, Nathan Moore back with you, tied at 1 here in the final game of the series. Leading off the inning, J.C. Linares, who takes the first pitch strike from Kickham. Kickham quickly back to work, and his 0-1 pitch is a bit outside. 1 ball, 1 strike on J.C. Linares, batting .243, 1 home run, 7 RBIs. He has had 2 doubles in this series. Here's a high pop-up, foul territory right side. Blackwood will watch it go into the seats, and Kickham gets ahead 1 ball, 2 strikes. We will take a look at the American Association scoreboard later on tonight, see where Kansas City is at in regards of possibly gaining position on the league here tonight. Pitch here is a slider, down and inside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kansas City with a 1-1 tie in inning number 2, bottom of the second. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Kickham. And a fly ball right center field, pretty well struck. Back goes Wheat to the warning track to the wall, jumps up and hits the fence. The ball comes flying out. It's a double for J.C. Linares, so all he does is hit doubles in the series. And right after Kansas City tied the game in the second inning, back come the Canaries, a leadoff double of their own in inning number 2. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Osni Guillen. So Osni Guillen will come up. Lefty-lefty matchup as Guillen comes to the plate batting .242. Shows a bunt, pops it up, and it will be dropped. Nobody there. It'll just drop in the infield. And then the third baseman, Tierney, throws over to first. It's a sacrifice bunt. It's a successful bunt. Over to third goes Linares, and now runner at third base, 1 out for the center fielder, Aaron Owen. The first time this series we have seen Aaron Owen. Infield is in for a play at the plate. The game is tied at 1, bottom of the second inning. Canaries scored in the first inning, a solo home run off the bat of Blake Schmidt. Kansas City tied it at the top of the second on a 2-out RBI double by Wiley. Here's a chopper foul, and the count is 0-1. Every game, every team has a game, and they're all have started. Every game has started in the American Association. There's actually already a final today. Texas has beaten Lincoln 3-2. That's game 1 of their doubleheader. Game 2 to follow. 0-1 pitch, way inside. The count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike. So we'll follow this throughout the course of the evening, but here are some of the finals right now. Texas defeated Lincoln 3-2 in a game that took 1 hour and 54 minutes. That was a 7-inning game. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, and the count is 1-2. Top of the second inning in Sioux City, it's 2-2, Redhawks and the Explorers. Bottom of the second inning in St. Paul, it's the Saints 1, Joplin nothing. Also, bottom of the second inning in Wichita, Wichita leads Laredo 1-0. No score in the bottom of the second inning between Winnipeg and Gary. Big swing and a miss. To complete the strikeout, Erie has to throw to first. His throw is not in time. Oh, boy. So a strikeout by Aaron Owen. The ball was literally at the feet of Brian Erie. He couldn't pick it up. And by the time he picked it up, his throw to first base was just simply late. Boy, Kansas City giving away a big opportunity right there. So that'll be ruled a strikeout passed ball on Brian Erie. Linares stays at third base. That was a gigantic strikeout by Kickham, but he does not get the benefit of it as Brian couldn't get the ball to first base. So now runners on the corner is 1 out for the left fielder Cameron Monger. Double play depth up the middle. Pitch on the way. And there is a fastball missing inside for a ball. So Kickham got the big strikeout he needed. Runner at third base, 1 out, but Kansas City's not being able to finish the play. We saw this last night, and boy, did that cause Kansas City a lot of trouble. The 1-0 pitch, and that one's low, 2-0. They are actually calling that now a strikeout E2. So it'll be an error on Bryan, not a pass ball. The error makes it even worse now. Coming set, Kickham looks in, 2-0 pitch, and he misses high with a fastball, 3-0. We saw this yesterday when Jordan Cooper would have had a perfect 1-2-3 first inning. But Blackwood dropped to pop up. Tierney missed a ground ball to third, what should have been a 1-2-3 perfect first inning, turned into a disaster 2-run first inning for the Canaries. 3-0 pitch is a strike, and it's now 3-1. And tonight's game now, we saw a huge strikeout by Kickham, but then an E2 charged to Brian Erie that put the runner at first base, took away an out. So instead of 2 outs, runner at third, it's now 1 out, runner at first and third. Now the 3-1 pitch. Man, he missed inside, ball 4. So now the bases are loaded. So not only is that strikeout causing some discomfort, but also it is causing a lot of extra pitches by the pitcher. So now the bases are loaded for the catcher, Nolan Johnson. So how big of a flop this has been in this inning. Kansas City tied at the top of the second, and now a defensive error in the bottom half has given the Canaries a golden opportunity to not only reclaim the lead, but take a pretty sizable lead here in inning number 2. First pitch to Johnson is a strike on the inside corner. Fastball at 89, and the count's 0-1. Double play depth up the middle. Third baseman Tierney is up with the grass at third base. Blackwood drops behind the runner at first. The 0-1 pitch, missing inside, and the count's even. 1 ball, 1 strike. So now Kickham is in a high-pressure situation. He could really help his cause with the ground ball. The 1-1 pitch has the ground ball, but into left field for a hit. 1 run is in. They're going to try to test another run. The throw from Rodriguez way offline, and then a throw wild to third. 2 runs are in. Here comes another, and Kansas City is throwing the ball all over the place, and they now trail the game 4-1. Boy, how big one error can completely disrupt a ball game. Nolan Johnson, a base hit into left field, should have just been 1 run. Instead, it turns into 3 runs, and Kansas City can't throw it. They're not fielding it, and it just looks like a calamity of errors here in number 2. Nolan Johnson goes all the way to second base. J.C. Linares scores. Aaron Owen, who reached on an error, scores. Monger scores from first, who walked. And now Johnson goes to second base. A disastrous second inning. It's now 4-1. And when you can't field the position very well, this team has taken full advantage of it in this series. I mean, you're talking about a completely different circumstance. Aaron Owen had struck out. Out number 2, just 1 runner on base. Instead, a strikeout, an error by the catcher. First and third, then the pitcher Kickham is just trying to get a strikeout again, tries to do too much on his own. He walks Cameron Monger. And then a base hit to left field turns into a big disaster as the ball is just thrown all over the place. And it's now a 4-1 Sioux Falls lead. And now you go back to the top of the order, and the shortstop Blake Schmidt is up. 377 hitter who has already homered tonight. And now you've got a pitcher who has no confidence in his defense. And boy, this game has taken a turn here in inning number 2 right after the team had just tied the game. First pitch to Schmidt is a strike on the inside corner, and the count's 0-1. Kansas City has something to do with the defense that the plays that just look so routine. Brian Erie makes that play in his sleep. For some reason, he could not pick up the baseball in front of him. And now a wild pitch all the way to the backstop. That's another free base runner, another free 90 feet. Kansas City might as well just hand over 4 runs in the second and move on to the third inning. So Mike Kickham, who allowed just 2 runs in 12 innings, has now allowed 4 in 1 1/3 innings here tonight. And the backup catcher, Tyler Moore, is heading down to the bullpen area. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and he hit him. Well, Mike Kickham is obviously frustrated. That is a free pass, second one of the inning. And runners are on the corner, still just 1 out. Boy, that drop strikeout, boy, just continues just to haunt this team here in the second inning. It just completely made the wheels not only fall off, but just explode. Mike Kickham has just got to find a way to dig deep, regain that trust in his defense, allow his offense an opportunity to get back into the game. Big swing and a foul tip. Counts 0-1 on Perez, who's 0 for 1. We've talked about lengthy games here in Sioux Falls already, and the first 2 games just seemed like they took forever, and tonight we're already 50 minutes in and not even through 2 innings. Something about this place, something about the T-Bones this year. Here's a ground ball left side, diving play Frias. His only play is to second. It's not in time. It's an infield single, and yet another run comes in to score. It's like a light switch went off on that strikeout that was not completed. Something just flipped. And here we go again. 4 runs are in here in the second inning. What appeared to have been a scoreless second inning has turned into just complete, utter distraught. And up comes the number 8 hitter of the inning, Jake Taylor. 4 runs in this inning. 3 hits in the inning. And Taylor takes the ball inside. Kickham is just absolutely beside himself. His body language does not look good on the mound. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And he missed inside 2-0. So now this looks like he is just all over the place with control. He looked great in the first inning after the home run. Came back, got a gigantic strikeout that was not recorded. Brian Erie couldn't pick the ball up. His throw was late. Since then, walk, single, hit by pitch, single. And now down in the count 3-0 with their best hitter on deck. Kickham set, 3-0 pitch, and there's a strike at the knees, 3-1. Needless to say, this will be another lengthy night for the Kansas City bullpen as Kickham is really starting to use a ton of pitches here in the first 2 frames of the game. Coming set at the belt, the 3-1 pitch, and a high pop-up. Shallow right field. Dalton Wheat coming in, and the young rookie right fielder will make the catch. Finally, out number 2 has been made. That will bring up the number 9 hitter. So everybody is batted into the inning. First baseman David Bergen will come up. He is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Five runs in this game charged to Mike Kickham. He has allowed just 2 runs in 12 innings before tonight, so he has more than doubled his numbers after this one. First pitch on the way, and he almost hit Bergen. 1-0. Fastball at 89, missed very far inside. Outfield is very, very deep. There is no shift on the first baseman, David Bergen. Kickham looks back at the runner, the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, and the count's 1-1 Well, for the third consecutive night, Kansas City will have to score more than 5 runs in order to win a game. They scored 7 on Monday. They needed every bit of it. They scored 9 last night. They needed every bit of that. The 1-1 pitch is a fly ball. Hit very well. Deep right field. Back goes Wheat to the warning track. He'll make the catch up against the wall, and the inning is over. But a strikeout that was not really turned the inning completely around. We head to the third. Sioux Falls with their largest lead of the series. They lead at 5-1 on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
Top of the third inning, Nathan Moore back with you. Kansas City trailing 5-1 going into the third inning. A battle of the two aces on the staff so far this season. And has not gone as expected, at least on the Kansas City side. 5 runs charged the starter Mike Kickham in his third start for Kansas City. Joe Bircher has allowed 1 run through 2 innings, and now he throws a strike to Rodriguez, and the count's 2 balls and a strike. Top 3 of the order, Rodriguez, Massey, Blackwood for KC in the third. 2 balls and a strike. Rodriguez 0 for 1 so far, and a line drive to left field. Monger playing deep will come down to a knee, make the catch, and the leadoff man is out here in the third inning. So very quickly, 1 up, 1 down for Bircher here in the third, and that'll bring up the center fielder Tyler Massey, who is 0 for 1. 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error for Kansas City. 5 runs on 5 hits. No errors for Sioux Falls. By far and away their largest lead of the entire series. And this pitch stays up, and the count's 1-0. Massey 0 for 1. He is one hitter who will be happy to leave Sioux Falls. Not that he hasn't had any success here, but nothing compared to like he was having back home. This pitch outside 2-0. Joe Bircher trying to do what the book would say right after your offense scores you a whole bunch of runs. You come right back out and you reset the tone. Counts 2 balls and a strike on Massey. He does not want to give Kansas City a little bit of life here in this inning after his offense scored 4 runs in the previous second inning. He is working quick. What I like to see from a starting pitcher. Right back to the mound, back to work. The 2-2 pitch. And a high fly ball, center field, playable. Barely moving is Owen. He'll make the catch. And very quickly, 2 up, 2 down for Kansas City in the third. This is a pitcher restoring order. This is a pitcher in Joe Bircher who has seen his offense already put up 5 runs. He is going to make you come out and hit the baseball in order to get back into the game, something Kansas City has done very well the last 2 games out. Kansas City in this series has scored 17 runs in 2+ games. Sioux Falls, on the other hand, has also had their fair share of runs. First pitch to Jake is a called strike. They have scored 17 runs against Kansas City's pitching staff so far, so Kansas City's pitching has not been very good here in Sioux Falls. The 0-1 pitch is a fly ball foul out of play, and the count's 0-2. Kansas City's pitching staff allowing 17 runs, and we're only through the 2nd inning in the 3rd game of a 3-game series. A lot of runs. 0-2 pitch is high, and the count's 1-2. The offense is really starting to carry a lot of the load for Kansas City here of late. The bullpen has done their fair share, but the rotation has got to find a way to get back on rhythm. 1-2 pitch is fouled off into the seats on the right side. Until the rotation finds its rhythm, Kansas City is going to continue to sink in the mud. And another more alarming situation is the team defense. Kansas City has made error after error after error, and they're pretty much averaging 1 error every single game. The 1-2 pitch is high, and the count's 2-2. 42 errors, counting the one tonight. And this is game number 46. That does not include any of the errors by the pitchers. 2-2 pitch, another foul ball. The count stays 2-2. The wind is blowing in from right just a little bit. 5-1 Canaries, top of the 3rd. An hour already into the game. Blackwood trying to reach for the first time tonight. He will not. Joe Bircher with a swing and a miss gets him to strike out. Second strikeout of the night for Bircher as Kansas City goes down 1-2-3 in inning number 3. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. 5-1 Canaries on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
Always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning, the experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn and Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn and Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
We head to the top of the fourth inning. Nathan Moore back with you live at the Birdcage in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Good comeback inning by Kickham in the third. Faced just the three batters. Got Linares, Guillen, and Owen on less than 10 pitches in a 1-2-3 third. So that's exactly what Kickham needed. It's exactly what the defense needed. Now it's a long battle for the offense to get right back into it. Kansas City will send up their 4, 5, 6 hitters. Gallus, Frias, and Tierney for KC in the fourth. Joe Bircher back to the mound for his fourth inning of work. He's allowed just 2 hits. Gallus has one of them. Double back in the second inning. He came around to score the only run for Kansas City. First pitch, a strike. The 0-1 pitch is a foul ball, 0-2. Tomorrow night, Kansas City returns home to Community America Ballpark and begin a very quick 3-game homestand. Sioux City will be coming into town. Sioux City about an hour away from here. 0-2 pitch and a foul ball. So Kansas City and Sioux City both going to Kansas City tonight. They both have the same amount of distance to travel. So really no reason tomorrow Kansas City will be any less rested than the Explorers will be. What makes it nice, each team traveling about the same distance. It wouldn't surprise me if Sioux City doesn't leave until tomorrow morning. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Gallus. And a swing and a miss. Strikeout number 3 for Bircher. First out recorded here in the fourth inning. And that is another K added to the line behind home plate. We have a season ticket holder who religiously, after every strikeout, gets off of his seat, comes up, puts the K on the wire, and slides it on down. 3 strikeouts for Bircher. Now he will face Vladimir Frias. Frias 0 for 1, grounded out to third. The first pitch is a bit low. Bircher pitching with a 5-1 lead here in inning number 4. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and Frias pops it up. Shallow right field. Out goes the second baseman, and making the catch is the second baseman, Perez, about 50 feet into right field. So very quickly, 2 up, 2 down for the T-Bones, and that'll bring up the third baseman, Brandon Tierney. Tierney struck out for the second out of inning number 2. That forced Brett Wiley to come through with a 2-out RBI double. It has been a come-out series completely for Brett Wiley. He's been so consistent offensively at the plate, but the power numbers and the clutch hits have really shown this series. Him and Brandon Tierney in their first years with the T-Bones have really had a lot of success in this league. Both of them batting right at 300. Bircher looking for a perfect fourth inning. 0-1 pitch is flipped foul. Left side. Pitching coach Bill Sobey there. He will toss it to a young fan running over toward it. 2 strikes on third baseman Tierney. Bircher looking for his second consecutive perfect inning. 0-2 pitch and a foul ball. 3 out of the 4 innings so far, Bircher has set his opponent down in order. The only inning in which he really had to work was the second inning. Kansas City sent 6 to the plate, scored 1, left 2. Bircher back to the windup. The 0-2 pitch again, and Tierney fouls it off. A lengthy battle here between Brandon Tierney and Joe Bircher. Bases are empty. Kansas City looking for hit number 3. They have 2 errors and 2 hits. Inside, a little bit high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tierney kind of turning his head at the last moment to avoid being hit by that pitch. Bircher again. 1-2 pitch is a foul ball. Brandon Tierney continues to force the left-handed starter to make a lot of pitches here in the fourth inning. 5-1 lead. Canaries are in the final game of the road trip. Texas has taken a 3-0 lead on Lincoln. That game's in the bottom of the second. In the dirt again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fargo is beating Sioux City, and Kansas City not getting any help from Winnipeg. It is tied at 0 in the 4th inning in that ball game. Another pitch. 2-2 is high, ball 3. 3-2. So a very lengthy battle here. Very good plate appearance thus far for Brandon Tierney, trying to end the battle with a base hit. The 3-2 pitch, and Bircher struck him out. After all of that, a strikeout is still the result. 4th strikeout of the night, and 3 out of 4 innings, Bircher has been perfect on the mound. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. All Canaries. It's 5-1 on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Bottom of the fourth inning, 5-1 lead for the Canaries. Nathan Moore back with you. Final game of the road trip. Kansas City has taken the first 2 games of the series. Here in the fourth inning, it'll be the 8-9 one-hitters, Monger, Johnson, and Schmidt. Due up in the inning. 1-strike pitch on Cameron Monger. Walked and scored back in that bad second inning. This pitch is fouled off, 0-2. Kansas City will head home tonight after the game. Get back in Kansas City roughly around 4:30 in the morning and play tomorrow night at 7:05 at Community America Ballpark. Tickets still available at tbonesbaseball.com. 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed to complete the strikeout. Erie has to throw the ball down to first, which he does. And Kickham has the first out in the fourth inning. That is Kickham's 4th strikeout of the night. 1 up, 1 down, and that'll bring up the catcher, Nolan Johnson. Johnson, a 2-run single to left in the second inning. He also came around to score. So Kickham trying to respond after that rough second inning. Now a base hit by Nolan Johnson. Johnson came into the night batting .230. He is 2 for 2. And he has had a lot of production out of that number 9 spot. So Nolan Johnson probably is on the lookout for additional playing time here pretty soon. The order will flip over again. Leadoff batter Blake Schmidt. He is 1 for 1. Homered in the first inning. Then he was hit by a pitch in the second. He is a tough guy to double up. Kansas City will try to do that here in the fourth inning. Here's the pitch. Schmidt takes a strike. Fastball at 89 from the lefty Kickham, and the count's 0-1. A decent crowd here tonight here in South Dakota. Not a giant crowd, but a pretty good overall, decently sized crowd. 0-1 pitch in the dirt, and it counts even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Scoreboard is having some troubles keeping up tonight. Many a times, Richardson, the home plate umpire, has to put up the count on his hands. And the scoreboard still does not oblige and look at it. Here's a fly ball center. Massey in a couple of steps, goes back, makes the catch. 4 out, number 2. Back to first base goes Johnson. So now 2 outs in the fourth inning, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Darwin Perez. Kickham looking for back-to-back quick innings here tonight. Try to get his pitch count back on track. On Monday night, Josh Tolles went 5 innings. Jordan Cooper went 6 innings last night. Aaron Baker nor Mark Haynes available in last night's 9-7 win, so they would be available tonight. Pitch to Perez is a strike, and the count is 0-1. Obviously, Kansas City would not like to use either one of those unless they have a lead in tonight's game. Or a close ball game. Right now they trail by 4. It's 5-1. Bottom of the fourth inning. Kickham looks in. The 0-1 pitch is in the dirt. Good block by Erie, and the count's 1 ball, 1 strike. So a 3-game homestand followed by a 10-game road trip. That will begin Monday night in Laredo, Texas. Kansas City will be in Laredo for 4 games. 1-1 pitch, a big swing and a miss on a fastball, 1-2. So Laredo for 4, Joplin for 3, and then Lincoln for 3. There is a day off in between the Joplin and Lincoln series. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Runner goes, a swing and a miss, and completing the strikeout. Erie throws to first, strikeout number 5, and a scoreless inning for Kickham in inning number 4. We head to the 5th inning. Kansas City trails by 4 on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. Providence Medical Group has offices in Bonner Springs, Basehor, Tonganoxie, Lansing, Leavenworth, and KCK. That's why we're the go-to community hospital in the region. If you're a T-Bones fan, count on the medical team that takes care of your team. The great doctors of Providence Medical Center, just east of the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Learn more at providencekc.com.
Heathwood Oil Company was the first independently owned oil company in Kansas City, and they're now one of the oldest continuously family-owned oil companies in the Midwest, featuring Citgo lubricants. With a current bulk storage capacity of over 250,000 gallons, they have the products you need. Let Heathwood and Citgo design a Citgo lubricants program to reduce cost and increase production. Call 913-321-1764 or email sales@heathwoodoil.com. Heathwood and Citgo, your lubrication specialist since 1926.
We head to the fifth inning. Nathan Moore back with you, live at the Birdcage in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Kansas City has scored in just one inning. They scored one in the second. They trail 5-1. In this fifth inning, 7, 8, 9 hitters, Wiley, Wheat, and Erie will lead off against the starting pitcher, Joe Bircher. No action in the bullpen for Kansas City. No action in the bullpen for the Canaries. Joe Bircher doing exactly what he has done to a lot of opponents this year. He has not won a game this season. He is 0-5, but a very good ERA. Low threes, very respectable. The 1-1 pitch is a foul ball. Straight back, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kansas City plans on making a comeback into the game. They need to start chipping away at the deficit sooner than later, as Kansas City has only touched Bircher in 1 inning out of the 4. He has had 3 perfect innings, and he faced 6 batters in inning number 2. Kansas City scored 1, but stranded 2 on base in that inning. Brett Wiley has the only RBI in the game. It was an RBI double with 2 outs in the second. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss, pitch in the dirt. Wiley will take off to first, but the strikeout has been completed. 5 strikeouts now for Bircher. The fans get something every time that there is 7 strikeouts in a game, and KC has struck out 5 already tonight. 1 up, 1 down in the 5th inning. That'll bring up the right fielder, Dalton Wheat. Dalton Wheat walked in the 2nd inning. He was stranded on base there. This time, little blooper into left field. It's going to fall in for a hit. The left fielder overruns it. Wheat already at second base. He'll stop there, and Kansas City has a 1-out base runner. So Dalton Wheat singles into left, advances to second on the E7 by Monger. So the worst defensive team in the league, Sioux Falls giving an extra 90 feet away to Kansas City here. Monger just trying to make a nice, fancy catch. He went feet first to try to rob a hit away, but he completely missed the baseball, and it went all the way back behind him where the center fielder, luckily, Owen was covering. Hit number 3 for Kansas City. As of now, they have ruled out a double. So 3 hits for the T-Bones. All 3 have been doubles. Now a runner in scoring position again for Brian Erie. First pitch, he takes outside. Erie in the second inning made the final out at the plate. He had runners at first and second, 2 outs. Hit a scorching ground ball to the third baseman. Guillen fielded it and threw him out to end the inning. The 1-0 pitch in the dirt. Good block by the catcher, and the count's 2-0. 1 run on 3 hits. 2 errors by Kansas City. 5 runs, 5 hits. No errors for the Canaries. Kansas City would like to add just at least 1 run in this inning to try to kick them a little bit of momentum, a little bit of help on the offensive end. Bircher is no slouch, though. He's been a pretty good pitcher this season. 2-0 pitch, way outside, and it's 3-0. Top of the order, Rodriguez will follow. Bircher has fallen behind 3-0. Brian Erie will graciously accept a walk if that's what's offered. And it's a called strike. Inside corner at 86, and the count's 3-1. The Canaries scored 1 in the first, 4 in the second. A really rough inning, number 2. The 3-1 pitch and a little fly ball right field. Linares going back. He's underneath it, makes the catch. Wheat will go to third, and Brian Erie is now 0 for 2. So got the count 3-0, but on a 3-1 pitch, Erie too much air under it and flies out. That will bring up the top of the order, Starlin Rodriguez. Starlin is already 0 for 2. Kansas City is needing another 2-out hit, something they got from Brett Wiley in inning number 2. That tied the game for a brief period of time, tied the game at 1 before the Canaries came right back and scored 4 runs. Left-handed starter, Joe Bircher, trying to get out of the 5th inning. First pitch to Rodriguez is a little bit high. 1 swing of the bat, Kansas City could instantaneously be right back into the game. And with the way the T-Bones have scored runs in this series, you still have a feeling that they will get back into it, but they need a couple of big innings. They need a couple of big hits. One that would go over the fence would definitely help. Kansas City has homered in both games in the series. Wiley has homered twice. Gallas has homered as well for KC. 2-0 pitch. And Rodriguez takes a curveball and a strike. And as he does every single game, Rodriguez staring down the home plate umpire. And the count 2 balls and a strike. I don't think Starlin Rodriguez is a very big fan of home plate umpires. Big uppercut, swing and a miss, 2-2. A golf swing there by Rodriguez. Kansas City needing him to lower that swing and just rip it into the outfield. 2-2 pitch, foul ball, straight back. Off of the netting. And the count stays, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Top of the 5th inning, 5-1 Sioux Falls. About an hour, 20 minutes into the game. Started at 7:09 here tonight. Bircher set, 2-2 pitch. Line to the third baseman, Guillen, who played him perfectly. So Rodriguez hit it hard, but right to the third baseman. If Guillen was about a half a foot to his left, that was a double down the line. Instead, only 4 to the plate. Dalton Wheat's 1-out single is left on base. We head to the bottom of the 5th. 5-1 in favor of the Canaries on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services. An accredited chest pain center. or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
We head to the bottom of the fifth inning. Nathan Moore back with you. 5-1 lead Canaries. Jake Taylor will lead things off and takes the first pitch strike. Kickham back out for his fifth inning of work. He labored in the second, had a very good third and fourth innings. 0-1 pitch is hammered to deep left field. Back it goes. Rodriguez in front of the wall and is back up to the wall, makes the catch. So Taylor just missed his home run by a couple of feet. Good range by Rodriguez, and one up, one down in the fifth inning. And that'll bring up the first baseman, David Bergen. Bergen is 0 for 2. So a lot of confusion, a lot of debating going on back in that second inning. It was a rough inning for Kansas City's defense. They charged Brian Erie an error in the inning, and then also an error charge to the pitcher. So Kansas City has 2 errors in the game, both coming in that 4-run second inning. It all started with 1 on, 1 out, a strikeout that was not thrown down by Erie. It was an E2. So instead of 2 outs, 1 on, that inning completely ripped around. There's a fly ball to deep right field. Dalton Waite looking up. It is gone. The 8th home run of the year by David Bergen. Another home run in the series. Now 2 tonight, hit by Sioux Falls. Kansas City has not hit any. It is now a 6-1 lead for the Canaries. That will now bring up the right fielder, J.C. Linares, who is 1 for 2. So home runs keep flying. Unfortunately tonight, more so for the Canaries than for Kansas City. And the lead continues to grow. 6-1 now. Once again, Kickham came into the game only allowing 2 runs in his first 12 innings. He has allowed 6 tonight and 4 1/3. So his ERA will really skyrocket upwards. First pitch to Linares, and it's taken for a strike, 0-1. The T-Bones would love to get Kickham through 5 innings. They would love to get him through 6. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Linares takes a bit low, 1 ball, 1 strike. But the more he continues to labor, the more offense Sioux Falls puts on him, then less are the odds of that happening. 1-1 pitch outside, 2 balls and a strike. We have still not seen our good friend Chris Regas yet. He has not made an appearance in the series. The 2-1 pitch, ground ball third, it goes foul, and the count is 2 balls, 2 strikes. Linares very upset as he broke his bat. He will need a new one. So now Linares, after getting a new bat, will have to get some extra pine tar to apply towards it. 6-1 Canaries. They've scored in 3 of the 5 innings so far tonight. Kansas City's only run came in the second. Kind of one of those nights where the offense hasn't had a good night, the pitching hasn't had a good night, and the defense sure hasn't had a good evening. So all 3 assets of the game not working together. A 2-2 pitch, a fly ball to center. Massey backwards, now comes up, makes the catch, out number 2. So now 2 outs, bases empty for the third baseman, Guillen, who is 0 for 1. So Guillen will come up. First pitch to Guillen on the way, and a fly ball to left. Will it stay in play, though? Tierney going back. Frias going back. It is a foul ball that gets onto the little berm area. It's a foul ball, and the count's 0-1. Good effort by Tierney. Good effort by Frias. Rodriguez also charging hard, but none of the three could get there. It was not a playable ball. 6-1 Canaries. We're in the bottom of the fifth inning. Canaries coming into tonight just 15-28. They are 13 games back of the 500 mark. Trying to spoil the final game of the road trip. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Guillen takes low. 1 ball, 1 strike. The T-Bones have not had a sweep of any opponent this year. They were hoping for that chance here tonight, and they still have time to make that a reality, but it comes even much more difficult. 1-1 pitch. Fly ball foul, and the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. After the second inning, it just looked really grim for Kansas City to get back into the game. It just really didn't look good in that second inning. Kickham did come back, had a very good third and fourth, giving up his second home run of the game in this inning. Trying to get out of it without any further damage. 2-2 is the count. Now the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, misses inside. Full count, 3-2. So now the pitches starting to add up more and more so for Kickham here in inning number 6 or inning number 5. Wind and delivery. 3-2 pitch is another foul ball. So a lot of pitches here. Gary has taken the lead on Winnipeg. It's 1-0 in the fifth inning. Lincoln is still losing. Sioux City has tied the game against Fargo. So those are 2 out of 3 bad newses. Kansas City would like to see Sioux City continue to struggle, as Gary as well. 3-2 pitch again. Ground ball to third. Tierney has it. Over to first. Inning over. So only facing 4 in the inning. However, that 4th extra hitter was a home run. We head to the 6th inning. 6-1 in favor of Sioux Falls on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn and Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn and Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
We head to the sixth inning. Nathan Moore back with you live at the Birdcage in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. As the sixth inning, the very first pitch, Tyler Massey with a little infield single to the shortstop Schmidt. He tries to barehand it. His throw to first way offline. Kansas City has their fourth hit of the game. Two of those coming in the second inning. A one-out single in the fifth, and now a leadoff single by Massey in the sixth inning. So one on, nobody out for Blackwood, who is 0 for 2. Casey trails by 5, and the first pitch to Jake is a little bit called a strike. It looked to be a bit low. 0-1. Blackwood 0 for 2 as a strikeout victim. He's also grounded a short. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and a chopper heading back up the middle. Might be a double play ball. Out at second, back to first, and not scooped by Bircher. So Blackwood is safe at first on a 4-6 fielder's choice. Massey is out at second base. So that hustle infield single is erased, and now Blackwood is at first, the fielder's choice. And 1 on 1 out for the designated hitter, Anthony Gallus, who is 1 for 2 with a double. 6-1 lead, Sioux Falls. We're in the sixth inning. It has been Sioux Falls from the very beginning. Kansas City has never led in this game. They tied it briefly in the top of the second inning before the bottom of the second inning, where everything just completely fell apart. A 4-run bottom of the second inning for Sioux Falls. Kansas City had 2 errors in the inning. It gave multiple outs in the inning. And in this league, when you get to this high of a level, you give teams multiple outs to work with. Eventually, problems are going to come. They've hit that point tonight. 2-0 pitch is low, 3-0. Kansas City could get a few guys on base, though, and get one big timely hit. They would immediately thrust themselves back into the game. 3-0 pitch is a strike on the outside corner. That is the second time in as many innings Bircher has fallen behind a hitter, 3-0, then has come back to get the batter out. Bircher has issued only 1 walk tonight, and he gets a foul ball. So from 3-0 to 3-2, so Bircher coming back. Gallus has struck out tonight, so Blackwood, not the fastest of guys at first. More than likely, Kansas City will not have him in motion here. Gallus is prone to the strikeout. Not running. 3-2 pitch is hammered. Home run distance, but well foul. That ball was absolutely smashed, but very, very, very foul. Full count. Blackwood at first base with 1 out. Not running. Pitch on the way. Low, ball 4. Kansas City has 2 on, 1 out here in the sixth inning. Walk number 2 for Bircher in Kansas City. Now with 2 on, 1 out for the shortstop Frias, who is 0 for 2. He has not got the ball beyond the infield. Coming into the game, batting .222. 2 home runs, 16 RBIs. This time last year, Frias had 11 home runs. He is well behind his pace offensively last year. First pitch on the way. He is in the dirt, and it counts 1-0. Bircher might possibly be opening the door here a little bit for KC in the sixth inning. A good, perfectly placed baseball in a gap here, and Kansas City could really start to turn this thing around. 1-0 pitch down the right field line, but foul into the seats. And the count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike to pitch. Tried to check the swing. It doesn't matter. It's a called strike anyhow. And the count is 1-2. So Frias down to the count 1-2. A single, a fielder's choice, and a walk in this inning. Bircher trying to get a double play ball. Frias trying to get his first hit of the game. Bring Tierney up. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball stayed high, and the count is 2-2. A pretty good pitch right there. Bircher didn't get the call. 5 strikeouts in the night for Bircher, starting pitcher for the Canaries. Set, 2-2 pitch. Swung, hit pretty well to left center field. Owen coming over. He's got it, out number 2. Everybody back to their bases. Frias is 0 for 3. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Brandon Tierney, who is 0 for 2, and a couple of strikeouts in tonight's game. This has been the best opportunity for scoring opportunities for the T-Bones tonight. First and second, 1 out. Now first and second, 2 outs. Brandon Tierney, one of those good offensive contributors since day 1 of the season. Base hit. Kansas City could possibly drive a run across home plate. Here's the pitch. Tierney takes a fastball high. On deck is Brett Wiley. All he has done is drive in 8 runs so far in the 3 games. He has had a big-time series. He's the type of guy you want at the plate. The 1-0 pitch. Tierney takes a strike, and the count's even, 1-1. Wiley doesn't get an opportunity with runners on unless Tierney continues the frame. The only time Wiley has swung the bat tonight with a runner on base, he's got the job done. The 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball strike, and Tierney again behind the count, 1-2. Trying to avoid the hat trick tonight. Couple of strikeouts already. Bircher trying to end the threat in inning number 6. The 1-2 pitch. Broken bat. Ground ball to the pitcher. Misses the ball over to first, not in time. And the first baseman, Bergen, saves a throwing error. It'll be an infield single for Brandon Tierney, and the bases are loaded. The bat, the broken piece of the bat, went further than the baseball. So Blackwood goes to third. Gallus goes to second. Tierney goes to first. And the bases are loaded for Brett Wiley here in the 6th inning. If the T-Bones were to get back into the game, this is their golden opportunity. A broken bat infield single. And Bergen saves at least a run as that throw from the pitcher was very, very low. Had it gotten away from Bergen at first, Kansas City would have scored at least 1 run. Now Wiley lefty-lefty matchup, 1 for 2, double and a strikeout, and the first pitch is an 88-mile-per-hour fastball high for a ball. And now Johnson almost overthrew the pitcher on the return throw as it almost sailed into center field. We are in the top of the 6th inning. Kansas City trailing by 5. They've got the bases loaded. 1-0 pitch, it's high, ball 2, 2-0. Another bad throw from the catcher, Johnson. If the inning continues, Dalton Wheat, who's been on base both times, would come up. Him and Wiley have been just absolutely getting on base almost every time in this series. The 2-0 pitch. Wiley, blue pit, into left field, is going to drop. 1 run is in. Here comes Gallus around third. He'll score. And Kansas City has a 2-run single. Who else than Mr. Brett Wiley? 10 RBIs in the series. A 2 RBI single for Brett Wiley. Blackwood scores. Gallus from second base scores. Tierney stops at second base, and all of a sudden it's now 6-3. as the T-Bones have cut the deficit down in half. Brett Wiley with 10 RBIs in the 3 games of this series. He had 3 on Monday, 4 last night, and 3 already so far in this game. You talk about a guy who was just absolutely crushing Sioux Falls pitching is Brett Wiley, and he is coming up at the perfect time. 10 RBIs in 3 games is more than what some batters do in 3 weeks. And now it'll bring up Dalton Waite with runners at first and second. Still 2 outs in the inning. Another base hit would add another run for Kansas City's line. Good base runners out there for Kansas City. Tierney at second, Wiley at first. The pitch to Dalton is a called strike. Dalton Waite has a single. He has also walked. He's batting .385, and he's got 14 RBIs. Brett Wiley has pulled Kansas City back into the game. 0-1 pitch, ground ball heading up the middle. The shortstop has it, flips to second, not in time. Oh, they say it is in time, and the inning is over. John Massarelli, for the first time in a long time, comes flying out of the dugout. Brett Wiley appeared destined to be safe, and he was called out at second base. Wiley was already standing up, and then Delmont calls him out. Boy, Trent Delmont has had a rough series as an umpire here in Sioux Falls. That was a bad call. No way around it. Kansas City, instead of having the bases loaded and Erie to the plate, Kansas City has a new inning after scoring 2 runs in the 6th. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 6-3 Canaries on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn and Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn and Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
Seventh inning, 6-3 lead. Kansas City trailing, so 6-3 Sioux Falls lead. In the seventh inning, Nathan Moore back with you live at the Birdcage in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. 9-1-2 batters, starting off with Brian Erie. Brian Erie tonight is 0 for 2. He's flew out, and he has also grounded out sharply to the third baseman. Kansas City down by 3. They have the same amount of hits as Sioux Falls. Brian chasing a fastball in the dirt, and he is behind on the count now, 1-2 strikes. Outfield is very shallow against Brian, except for the right fielder, Linares. Munger and Owen, the left fielder and center fielder respectively, are playing very, very shallow. The 1-2 pitch is a swing and a miss, and down he goes. So Brian Erie 0 for 3. A game after having a 3-hit game. That is now the 6th strikeout for Canary pitching. And that'll bring up the left fielder, Starlin Rodriguez. Starlin 0 for 3. He was robbed of a hit in the 5th inning. He hit it right to the third baseman, Guillen, who played him perfectly. And he just snagged it out of the air. So 1 up, 1 down in the 7th inning. First pitch to Rodriguez is a called strike. And the count is 0-1. Action in the bullpen for Kansas City as a right-hander begins to throw. And the bullpen for Kansas City. Here's the 0-1 pitch. A little chopper to the shortstop. Schmidt coming in, throwing on the run. And very quickly, KC has 2 outs. So the 9-1 hitters, a combined 0 for 7 for Kansas City between Rodriguez and Brian Erie. Everybody else, except for Frias, has gotten on base at least one time. Massey 1 for 3, singled in the 6th inning. It was an infield single. He did not score. He was out on an fielder's choice off the bat of Blackwood. First pitch, a strike at the knees. The count's 0-1. It appears that Brett Zawacki is the pitcher warming up for Kansas City. Hard to tell from the bullpen area. The 0-1 pitch is in the dirt, and it counts even, 1 ball, 1 strike. 6-3 in favor of the Canaries. Kansas City with just 7 outs to work with. They trail by 3. The T-Bones have won the first 2 games of the series. The big factor in this game was the 4-run second inning by the Canaries. The 1-1 pitch is a bit outside, 2-1. If Massey were to reach, Black would have a chance. Blackwood is 0 for 3. He has reached and scored one of the 3 runs for Kansas City. 2 balls and a strike, the pitch, and a Massey, a big, vicious swing and a miss. And the count's 2-2. That fastball riding down and in at 87 miles an hour. Massey looking for a second hit. The 2-2 pitch. Got him swinging, inning over. KC goes down 1-2-3 in the 7th, and strikeout number 7 for Canary pitchers. It's time to stretch. We're to the bottom of the 7th, 6-3 in favor of the Canaries on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
How large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
Country Inn and Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn and Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
Brett Zawacki becomes the new pitcher for Kansas City as they pitch in the 7th inning. 6-3 lead for the Canaries. Nathan Moore back with you at the Birdcage live in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Zawacki will get the top third of the order, starting with Blake Schmidt, who takes a curveball low. Zawacki pitched a perfect 7th inning last night. It was his only inning he has pitched in the series. Good to see him get back on track. He has really struggled lately throwing the baseball. There's a strike on a curveball, and the count's even 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike on the shortstop, Blake Schmidt, who is 1 for 2. He is homered. He is walked in the game. A slider misses a bit outside. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and the fastball low, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. Kansas City cannot afford to go down anymore. They trail by 3. They only have 2 innings to work with on the offensive side of the thing. They need Zawacki to be efficient and productive. 3-1 pitch. Ground ball to the right side, tough play. Wiley from the outfield grass, bobbles it, has no throw. It is a tough play all the way. Even if he sets his feet amazingly quick, it's probably an infield single. And that's how they rule it. The 7th hit of the game. Schmidt has 2 of those. And a leadoff base runner for Sioux Falls in the 7th inning will bring up the second baseman, Darwin Perez, who's 1 for 3. Darwin Perez, RBI single in the 2nd, struck out in the 4th, and grounded out to the third baseman in the 1st. First pitch on Perez, drag bunt to the mound. Zawacki had all the time in the world to throw to second, but just to be confident, he got the for sure out at first base. He had all of his momentum going toward first, but I'm pretty sure if he set his feet, he had a really good chance to get the out at second base. That's the second time tonight we have seen a sacrifice bunt by the Canaries. This time it works to perfection. Up to second base goes Schmidt, runner in scoring position, and 1 out. This will bring up Jake Taylor. Taylor 0 for 3 in this game, and the first pitch is a fastball way outside, 1-0. Tomorrow night, Kansas City back at Community America Ballpark for a 3-game series against Sioux City, another Central Division opponent. Thursday, Friday, Saturday series, and off day Sunday. If you don't have anything planned, or if you'd like to break your plans and create new plans, go to tbonesbaseball.com to get your tickets today. Online, where you can purchase and print your tickets for any upcoming game in 2016. We'd love to see you at Community America Ballpark. 2 balls, no strikes. Zawacki looking back. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And he hit the outside corner. 95 on the gun by Brett Zawacki, and the count is 2 balls and a strike. Outfield is straight up, not any shift of any kind. Wiley kind of behind the runner at second base. Frias deep in the hole at short. Zawacki trying to work around that leadoff single, trying to get a scoreless 7th inning to keep the game right where we are. The 2-1 pitch. Way outside of the backstop. It goes all the way back. It's a wild pitch. So a leadoff single, a sacrifice bunt, and now a wild pitch. And another runner is 90 feet away from giving Sioux Falls a bigger lead. Not only that, but the count is now 3-1. The corner infielders come in for the play at the plate. The middle infielders go back. 6-3 lead for the Canaries. We're at the Birdcage in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Coming set, Taylor looking in. 3-1 pitch. Curveball inside, ball 4. So a single, a bunt, a walk, a wild pitch. And now the Canaries have runners on the corners and 1 out. Pitch to Bergen on the way, and another pitch way outside by Zawacki makes the count 1-0. Bergen tonight, 1 for 3. That one hit was a big one, a home run in the 5th inning. That extended the lead. Kansas City would come back and score 2 to pull within 3, but here Yellow Birds are coming again. The 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Bergen was looking for his second home run of the night. One ball, one strike on David Bergen. Big, powerful first baseman. 8 home runs, 33 RBIs. Kansas City needs an opportunity to keep this game right where it is. They cannot afford to go down any further. T-Bones going back to Kansas City tonight after the conclusion of this game. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball fouled away. The count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. About a 5.5-hour drive back to Kansas City. So whenever this game is over, about an hour after the game, take about 5.5 hours before KC is back in Kansas. 6-3 lead, and Zawacki throws it back over to first. The next 3 nights, all 3 games at 7:05. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, got him swinging. So Zawacki a big strikeout there. And runners still in the corners with now 2 outs. So that'll bring up the right fielder, J.C. Linares, who is 1 for 3 with a double. So here we go. An opportunity for Zawacki to pitch another scoreless inning on this road trip. Try to get his confidence back underneath him a little bit. And a first pitch strike on Linares. And a ground ball over the glove of Brandon Tierney into the left field corner. A run is in, so there goes an opportunity for a scoreless inning. Linares has his second hit of the game. It's an RBI base hit. Schmidt comes in to score. Stopping at second base is Taylor, and it's now 7-3 as the lead grows up to 4. Here's the pitch and a ground ball to third. This one a little bit easier to manage. Tierney throws it over to first, and the inning is over. But not before another walk, 2 more hits, turns into another run. We head to the 8th inning. 7-3 Canaries on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811. Brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. Providence Medical Group has offices in Bonner Springs, Basehor, Tonganoxie, Lansing, Leavenworth, and KCK. That's why we're the go-to community hospital in the region. If you're a T-Bones fan, count on the medical team that takes care of your team. The great doctors of Providence Medical Center, just east of the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Learn more at providencekc.com.
Heathwood Oil Company was the first independently owned oil company in Kansas City, and they're now one of the oldest continuously family-owned oil companies in the Midwest, featuring Citgo lubricants. With a current bulk storage capacity of over 250,000 gallons, they have the products you need. Let Heathwood and Citgo design a Citgo lubricants program to reduce costs and increase production. Call 913-321-1764 or email sales@heathwoodoil.com. Heathwood and Citgo, your lubrication specialist since 1926.
Welcome back to the Birdcage in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Sorry, having some technical difficulties with the stream this evening. Apologize for that. We are in the top of the 8th inning. Kansas City trails 7-4. Anthony Gallus just hit one down the left field line that hit the foul pole. So Anthony Gallus puts Kansas City back on the scoreboard. They trail by 3 as Frias bunts this one foul. 1 ball, 1 strike on Vladimir Frias. Blackwood started the inning off with a fly ball to center that was caught by the center fielder Owen. And then Gallus just sent a charge into one down the left field line. Gallus has scored 3 of the 4 runs tonight. Wiley has driven in 3 of the 4 runs. This pitch is a bit low. Vladimir Frias, Starlin Rodriguez, and Brian Erie, the only 3 batters who not got on base tonight for KC. 1-1 pitch, foul ball off of his foot, and the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. 7-4 lead for the Canaries. We're in the top of the 8th inning. Kansas City running out of opportunities. They have 4 runs on 7 hits. They have 2 errors tonight. On the other side, 7 runs on 8 hits for the Canaries. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and Frias takes a bit inside, 2-2. Brandon Tierney, Brett Wiley to follow. Action back in the bullpen for Kansas City as it appears another right-hander begins to warm up for the T-Bones. A 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and another rough night at the plate for Vladimir Frias, 0 for 4. That will bring up Brandon Tierney, 1 for 3. Now, you really put yourself in a tough situation right now with Vladimir Frias. Such a remarkable defensive shortstop. But right now, he is just having a very, very, very rough go of it at the plate. Doesn't have much pop in the bat this season. Not that he's shown. Not a lot of extra base hits and a lot of strikeouts. Now you have Brandon Tierney, who's been the complete opposite. Hasn't struck out very much, puts the ball in play a lot. Came into the night batting .325, and he's 1 for 3 again tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike is the count. KC has added a run, but still trail by 3. They will need at least 3 runs to stay alive in the game. 1-1 pitch, pulled foul, and the count's 1-2. Tomorrow night, Kansas City back at Community America Ballpark. 3-game series against Sioux City. The T-Bones then will head to Laredo, Texas, Joplin, Missouri, and then Lincoln, Nebraska on the next long road trip, the second longest road trip of the year. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed, and down he goes. Back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning right after Gallows hit the home run. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Kansas City losing this one right now, trailing 7-4. Back after this on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Bottom of the 8th inning, Johnny Shuttlesworth takes over for Kansas City. Johnny Shuttlesworth will try to pitch a scoreless 8th inning, give Kansas City an opportunity or a hope to come back in the 9th. 7-4 lead right now for Sioux Falls. They've led since the first inning. They have never trailed in tonight's game. Shuttlesworth pitched a scoreless 9th inning last night, picked up his first save of the year. Here's a big swing and a miss, and a strikeout of Aaron Owens. So a good start for Shuttlesworth in the 8th inning. And 1 up, 1 down for Cameron Monger, who is 0 for 2. Cameron Monger walked and scored in the 2nd, struck out swinging in the 4th, and grounded out to Wiley to begin the 6th inning. So he is 0 for 2. Johnny Shuttlesworth and Zawacki both getting a lot of pitching time on this series. Once again, no Baker tonight, not a save situation, so no Mark Haynes. We hope that Mark Haynes will have to pitch the 9th inning. If that's the case, that means KC will have scored at least 3 times. Coming right at 9 or 2 hours and 20 minutes into the game, we are in the bottom of the 8th. The 1-0 pitch is a called strike on the inside corner, 1-1. Sioux Falls scored 1 in the first, 4 in the 2nd, 1 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th. Kansas City 1 in the 2nd, 2 in the 7th, and 1 in the 8th. Curveball for a strike, 1-2. Kansas City T-Bones coming back home tomorrow night. Now the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, try to check his swing. Did he go? No, he did not, according to Kurt Brennan, the crew chief at first base. Shuttlesworth trying to have a quick, efficient 8th. See what the T-Bones can do in the 9th. Shuttlesworth winds and delivers. 2-2 pitch is a high pop foul to the right side. It will get out of play. Let's take a look around the American Association scoreboard. Games that are currently going on. A couple of finals tonight. The one and only final. Texas defeated Lincoln 3-2 earlier tonight. Other scores, Fargo all over Sioux City 11-4. That game is in the 6th inning. Joplin trailing to St. Paul 3-2. That's in the 8th inning. Texas in game 2 of their doubleheader against Lincoln, leading 7-4 over Lincoln. That's in the 6th inning, so only 2 innings away from Lincoln possibly being swept. Wichita leading Laredo 7-6, and Gary all over Winnipeg now 5-1. That game is in the top of the 8th inning. So if Kansas City cannot come back into this game, they will lose the ground they picked up last night, as Gary looks to reclaim a little bit larger lead in first place. 0-1 pitch, missing inside. The count is 1-1 on Cameron Monger. Or make that Nolan Johnson. Back-to-back strikeouts for Shuttlesworth in the 8th. The 1-1 pitch is a foul ball out of play to the right side. Shuttlesworth, a scoreless 9th inning last night, trying to have a scoreless 8th inning tonight. Needing one more strike to complete it. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, got him swinging. So Johnny Shuttlesworth comes in and strikes out the side in order here in the 8th. We head to the 9th. Kansas City needs 3 or they lose. That's all there is to it. We're back after this on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
We head to the ninth inning. Nathan Moore back with you live at the Birdcage in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. 7-4 lead for Sioux Falls, unfortunately. Kansas City needing at least 3 runs to stay alive. Brett Wiley, Dalton Wheat, Brian Erie, the 7, 8, 9 hitters for Kansas City. If anybody gets on base, Sterling Rodriguez would have a chance. 9:30 at night here in South Dakota. Kansas City wanting a sweep. They've won the first 2. Line drive, base hit. Who else? Brett Wiley continues to scorch fire with the bat in his hand here in South Dakota. Another hit. A 3-hit game for Brett Wiley. He is 3 for 4, and he gives Kansas City hopes here for the ninth inning. So all he does is hit the ball right now. Brett Wiley just hitting the baseball over and over. 10 RBIs in the series for the second baseman. 2 doubles, or a double and a couple of extra base hits already in the series. 2 home runs. His run doesn't mean anything, however. Kansas City is trails by 3, but he at least starts this for Kansas City. Dalton Wheat comes up. Wheat 1 for 2. He was out by a eyelash in the 6th inning to end that inning on a fielder's choice that went 6-4. Wiley is at first base. Kansas City needs another base runner to have a chance. The pitch is a bit outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Breaking news from ESPN. Not baseball related, but if you're a fan of sports, Dwayne Wade has committed to join the Chicago Bulls. That's right, leaving Miami to go to the Chicago Bulls. So Dwayne Wade is gone. 1-1 pitch is a strike on the outside corner, and the count is 1-2. So once again, not really baseball related, but it is big, big sports news. You always hear about player loyalty and this and that in today's sports world. You don't hear much of it anymore. And one guy who's played his entire career with one team is leaving at the end of his career. The 1-2 pitch is a foul ball, just barely stay alive. And Dalton Wheat, and the count stays 1 ball and 2 strikes. We are in the ninth inning. It is 7-4. Mark Haynes is warming up just in case Kansas City needs him in the bottom of the ninth inning. They hope they do. If that's the case, the T-Bones have their sweeping chances alive. The 1-2 pitch is in on the hands. Dalton Wheat fouls it off, and the count stays 1 ball, 2 strikes. 7-4 lead for the Canaries. They have never trailed in this game. They were tied briefly after the top of the second inning, but they reclaimed the lead in the bottom of the second with a 4-run second inning that gave them a 5-1 lead. 1-2 pitch, ground ball foul, just past first, and the count continues to stay 1-2. We are toward the end of the game. Kansas City needing to try to get another base runner on just for a chance, or one swing of the bat could tie it. They need to get to the on-deck circle with 2 guys on base. Brian Erie's spot would follow. I don't think Brian will see the bat, though. Ground ball back to the mound. Out at second, back to first. It's a double play, and just like that, the threat is really taken down. That is a 1-6-3 double play. That is the second time tonight Dalton Wheat has hit it perfectly and has nothing to show for it. A nice defensive play by the worst defensive team in the league. That's the second time they've had a very, very good defensive play. So no Brian Erie, who went 0 for 3 tonight. It is Tyson Gillies who comes in as a pinch hitter. He's batting just 111, no home runs, no RBIs. Kansas City waived Robbie Cousdale to add Tyson Gillies to the roster. And Tyson Gillies has not really had much of an impact yet for Kansas City. With that being said, he hasn't had a lot of chances to play with the resurgence of Dalton Wheat, who has just been an everyday starter for rightfully good reasons. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kansas City's hopes of this sweep opportunity went down immensely with the double play ball off the bat of Dalton Wheat. The 1-0 pitch. Gillies pops it foul, and all of a sudden, Kansas City is perhaps down to their final strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kansas City trailing 7-4. They've won the series already. They were wanting the sweep. Brett Wiley trying to carry this team on his back on the offensive end here in South Dakota. 10 RBIs in 3 games. He has 4 RBIs, or 3 RBIs in this game. He also has 3 of the team's 8 hits. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Home plate umpire Richardson doing everything he can for the press box to realize there's 2 strikes, not 1, as shown on the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch on the way. Gillies fouls it away, and the count stays 2-2. If Gillies gets on, Rodriguez would have a chance, and then all of a sudden you get in the middle hard of the order. Kansas City needs base runners. They need at least 2 just to have a chance. After the double play ball, Mark Haynes set down. He is no longer warming in the bullpen for KC. Coming set, 2-2 pitch, outside ball 3, full count. Rodriguez, who is 0 for 4, would be the next hitter to come up for Kansas City. The game is on the line. KC down by 3. Nobody on, 2 outs, the 3-2 pitch, and another foul ball. Gillies really battling here with the right-handed reliever. Still, no Chris Regis in this series. We've never seen him in the 3 games so far. Another full count pitch. Here it comes. And he walked him. Ball 4 high, and Kansas City's hopes are still hanging by a thread. So a single, a walk, but a big double play has turned the inning upside down. Gillies resets it with a 2-out walk. 1 on, 2 outs. Rodriguez at the plate. If he gets on, Massey has the power to tie it. So the domino has to go 1 more. Rodriguez 0 for 4. First pitch way outside, and the count is 1-0. Kickham right now, who is 1-0 on the season, is on the hook for the loss if Kansas City's offense can't bail him out. Kickham charged tonight with 6 of the 7 runs. The 1-0 pitch is a strike. The classic Starlin Rodriguez backfall and then staring at the home plate umpire. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at first is Tyson Gillies. He doesn't mean really anything to the score. 1-1 pitch, a little chopper, one-handed stop by the pitcher, over to first, and Starlin Rodriguez ends the game on a 1 or an 0 for 5 night. Kansas City drops the season or the series finale, final score of 7-4 with the loss. Kansas City falls to 20-26. It looks like Gary is going to win, so KC will fall back to 5.5 of first place. Sioux Falls the win. They get to 16-28. They will stay 14 games back in their divisional race. Losing pitcher Mike Hickam falls to 1-1. And the winning pitcher, Joe Bircher, gets his first and only win of the year. He is 1-5. Final score, 7-4. Sioux Falls avoids the sweep. Kansas City takes the series as we'll be heading home in about an hour from now, about a 5.5-hour trip back to Kansas City, where we hope to see you and your families at Community America Ballpark tomorrow night. Tickets available for the next 3 nights at tbonesbaseball.com. Fun well done at Community America Ballpark. I'm Nathan Moore saying so long from the Birdcage for the final time in 2016. We do not come back here. We do not play Sioux Falls again. Tomorrow night, be there, Community America Ballpark, 7:05 first pitch against Sioux City.
This game on the T-Bones Broadcast Network was brought to you by Community America Credit Union, Austin's Trailers and Motorsports, Budweiser, Coca-Cola, Price Chopper, Providence Medical Center, the Kansas Lottery, FlyKCI.com, Roma Bakery, Sheet Metal Local Number 2, and Kissick Construction. Tune in online all season to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. Click on the Watch Live or Listen Live buttons at tbonesbaseball.com. T-Bones Baseball, that's fun. Well done.